fellow YouTubers. I know I've not made a video in a very long time. It's been probably almost a year. Lots actually happened since the last time I spoke to you guys. I just had to take an extended break because a lot's happened, and I'm not going to get into too much, but basically dealing with a lot of personal and legal issues involving my mother. So that's part of the reason why I've not really made many videos, except for concert videos when I attend concerts and other things. But I've basically just been trying to relax, trying to get back on track. I don't seem to get very many hits on my channel like I used to. I know it's because of a lot of you probably thought maybe something happened to me, or maybe that I decided to just quit altogether. But, you know, like I said, I would never leave, and here I am. And I'm just trying to live life. You know, it's not easy, you know, living with mental health issues and having to live the life that I've lived and being put in the situations I've been put in. I mean, I've only tried to help you guys to reach your full potential and your goals. And I know I didn't do a very good job of it. And a lot of the stuff I've said is very, very R-rated, very X-rated, but that's just the way I am in life. You know, I always say what's on my mind and I speak what's on my mind. If you guys grew up in a dysfunctional household, you would understand. It's never easy when you grow up with immigrant parents who are from another foreign country, from a third world country, who are trying to adjust to Western American lifestyle. I mean, me, I consider myself a full-blooded American, even though I'm Ethiopian by race, but that doesn't constitute what I identify as. I've got another video of what I identify as. If you look back, you can see it. And yeah, pretty much that's just been it, more or less. I'm trying to get back into doing music, trying to find a venue that will let me perform, that will let me run an open mic as I see fit. Because all the other times I ran an open mic, they would complain about the type of artists I would bring to the stage, because my open mic was for everybody, not just for one particular genre. I had rock and roll, metal, hip-hop, R&B, blues, jazz. Because open mic is for everybody, not just for one particular genre. But a lot of bars, they want to run it how they see fit, not by the way I see fit, because it should be the way I see it, because I'm the one running the show. So that's where I had a real problem. So, like I said, I've not done music in almost 10 years, live performing, but I've done it online. I've done it for you guys, and on Facebook and Instagram, just not live in front of an audience. I was thinking maybe I could possibly like rent a, not a studio, but like a, maybe like a warehouse, and maybe do music for people, but like do it on like a live stream, because I think you have to have certain permits to play inside a venue physically, in physical form. And I was thinking of like getting like a big screen projector TV, or an HD TV that's like 80 inches, and like putting it against the wall and live streaming it from my house so I can play online and have people go there and watch, and bring others, of course, to my place and have them play and do it that way for a change. I mean, since COVID and everything, COVID's really fucked shit up. It's a different world. And music always soothes my soul. There's a lot of things I want to do. I'm still going to the gun range, shooting guns. I still collect guns. I still collect guitars. I still have a love for animals. That's pretty much it. I do want to go to Soft White Underbelly eventually. If I can somehow contact Mr. Mark Leda, see if he'll be kind enough to allow me on his show. There's other shows I'd like to go to too. I just wish, I could find a broader audience and get monetized. I think I've been demonetized for the language and the subject matter I've talked about. All the stuff I say is quite offensive, and that's just the way I've always been. That will never change. It's who I am. And people need to understand that. I'm not going to go PG or rated G just to go mainstream. I'm going to speak what's on my mind. I'm going to say what's on my mind. No matter how hurtful, no matter how upsetting, no matter how sad it is, I'm going to say it. It's just who I am. There are people that are not going to like it. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and neither are you. And that's just how life works, It's not fair, but that's what it is. And I got a few of you that still hit me up here and there. I've not abandoned you guys. I've not forgotten you, but I probably won't be making videos as regularly as I did before a couple of years ago. I do want to eventually make videos again on a regular basis, at least a weekly basis, not an everyday basis like I did before. I went overboard. I love to speak what's on my mind, and I feel that not many people talk about the subject matters I talk about, and they don't seem to understand there's a lot of people who have shared the same lives, same lifestyles that I've had. And you would have to have lived that life to understand that what I've gone through is not something to be taken lightheartedly or something to be joked about. I've got anger issues. I try to work as best as I can with what I got, whatever I've been given, but it may not be enough. I've been taking supplements, vitamins, to try to kind of calm my anger down. I've been taking ashwagandha, which is good for anger issues. I've also been taking St. John's wort, GABA, G-A-B-A, and a few other vitamins based off of for stress, because I'm under high stress constantly. And I feel like without these vitamins, I would explode and I would do something and go off the handles and off the rails. Honestly, truthfully speaking, I believe I would if I didn't have these things. So these things have been a tremendous help. And for those of you who do have anger issues like I do, I suggest you start looking into taking those, because it'll calm you down. You won't be as upset. You'll be thinking about other things. And being in a dysfunctional household and having grown up in dysfunction, I often question myself and I wonder, what will I be like as a parent if I ever get the chance to have children? I mean, I'm going to be 40 years old at the end of this year. In December, I'm 39, going on 40. The likelihood of me ever having kids, as each passing year goes by, is very unlikely. I had an episode where I thought that I had made a prostitute pregnant, and it turned out she wasn't. The kid wasn't mine. It turned out it was somebody else's kid, but I was hoping it was my kid, because I was really I always wanted kids. I want to give a child a better life than what I had. But mentally, I don't know if I'm capable or not, because I have a lot of personal issues. I have my own inner child I'm still trying to soothe. I mean, it's like, I'm not saying I'm a child trapped in an old man's body, because that's not true, because I'm not a child. I'm not into playing toys and watching cartoons and other crap. I'm into macho things. I grew up watching Rambo movies, Arnold movies. I didn't grow up like other kids. Being around that, the schools thought I was going to end up shooting up the school or doing something off the handles because of how much I was into violent drawings. And I do believe that one time I probably had the potential for it when I was younger, because I was so angry and so enraged that I could have actually ended up hurting people. And I'm glad I didn't, because it wouldn't have been the right thing to do. But I don't adapt well to stress. I know I never have, and I never will. Stress really bothers me so much that I just can't handle it. My body can't take it. I just found out I have scoliosis in my back. I've been having this chronic back pain for the last several years, and it's just gotten worse, and I feel like eventually I may not be able to walk. And I'll see what I can do along the way to try to soothe myself. The things that help me are acupuncture, massage, and masturbation and sex whenever I can get it. It's very hard for somebody like me to find a partner. Every girl I meet or every girl that I like isn't really attracted to me just because of my color. And I'm not their type. And the kind of girls I go for are usually the ones that probably would never go for me in the first place. So I do it to myself, I guess, one could say, hoping and praying that one of them will eventually fall for me. And I've always liked white women who date white men. I've never liked white women who dated black men because those white women are nasty to me. And that's just me saying the truth. I don't respect those kind of women. And I never have, because I found them to be inferior. Call me an asshole if you will. But the way they are, they're nasty. The way they keep themselves. And these guys abuse the fucking shit out of them. Then they want to bitch and complain after it happens, but it's like, hey, bitch, you brought it on yourself. Why would you date this ghetto person when you could date somebody better? Somebody like me for a change, because even those white girls turned me down too. And they realize I'm not really what they think I was. You can tell when you look at me, you know what I'm about. I'm not one of those ghetto bums that are out there. I am 100% whole, and I tell it like it is, and I say what's on my mind. And if people don't like it, fuck them. That's how I've always looked at it. I mean, you guys might say I'm mentally unstable, and maybe to a degree, maybe I am. Because my thoughts are constant. They keep going and going. I can fluctuate between getting really pissed off or getting really happy. And my environment and what happens to me in my situations is what dictates the outcome of what's going to happen, where my mental state will be. I mean, I've never been to jail before in my life, but I've had issues with the police over the years, over my mom and other things. And I've also been 5150 when I was young. I was 15 years old the first time. The second time I was 22. So it's been about 20 years almost since I've been 5150. And I'm never going back again. Because I'm not necessarily suicidal. Even though there's times I think about the idea of it. The idea of death does seem to somewhat interest me. And what the meaning is and the correlation of what life has to do with death and what love has to do with death. I mean, do you guys really think that when you die that everything is over, that this life is really over? I think honestly it's a new beginning. It's not the end. Death is not the end. People think it is, but it's the passageway to something more. Something maybe either better or maybe even worse. I don't know. I don't believe in heaven or hell. I mean, I have beliefs in a higher power, but I don't like the way Christianity is played out and the way things are done today. I find it repulsive in how people are. And as far as my views on family, I'm still the same way. I don't wish to be with a partner who's family oriented. I want a partner that's going to be all about me and my interests, and I want to be about them too, and I want us to have a common ground. And I feel that the only way that's going to happen is if I meet somebody who doesn't have family or who's been abused and neglected. I don't have really no cousins. The cousins that I have, they all hate me and I hate them, and we don't talk. We just don't talk. And I got a lot of family that live close by. They don't even bother to see me. They don't even know I exist because they don't give a fuck about me. That's why I've always said, fuck family. It's not about family. It's about who was there for you. It doesn't matter who your blood is. Oftentimes I feel very oppressed by society and societal norms and the rules. And there's times where I just want to just go off on everything and everyone. but I still manage to stay calm and I don't do it. Can you guys explain that? I can't. Could it be the vitamins that's helped me? Could it be the pot? I don't know. But as an overall rule, I really don't like people overall, because people are selfish. And I guess then again, I'm selfish too. I don't like men and I don't like women. Because I feel like people have failed me. And I've tried to get my point across, I can't seem to get it across, and this is the way I'm trying to get it across. But I don't know any of you guys. You guys are strangers to me. I don't know how you guys would act if you ever saw me in person, if you guys would flip out, or if you guys would be scared, or if you guys would be calm. I'm not like everybody else. I'm different than the rest of the world. And I always have been, and I knew it from the time I was little. It's the truth. I'm curious to know how you guys grew up. I want to hear your guys' stories. I've talked about me the past couple years. I want to hear about you guys. I want each and every one of you, my fans and my subscribers, to write to me and to make videos that I can watch, since I want to see what I have in common with you guys. You the people, you my fans, I want to know you. And that way I'm different. I'm not like every other YouTube celebrity where I'm only going to talk about myself. I want to know about the audience. I want to know how you people think you relate to me, and what you guys think you have in common with me, and how we can help each other out. Hell, maybe I'll even get married to one of you. Who knows? Depends. It would actually be pretty fun. I still want to get to know you though, regardless. It does suck being a sex addict. You know, I still have to masturbate sometimes 8 times a day because I'm constantly horny. I'm in a public place like the hospital for an appointment. I end up getting horny when I see all the women. I end up jerking off in the bathroom. It's not a good thing, it's a bad thing. Because if I get caught, I'll end up going to jail and getting a sex charge and be on a sex offenders list, and I don't want that. And I did the same thing again when I was at the movie theater in the private bathroom. I locked myself in there, started looking at my phone. I started jerking off because I was so horny I couldn't control it. And there was one time I was the only one in the theater. I started masturbating inside with a coat over me so that nobody could see, and there was only me and my friend in there. There was nobody else to see the movie. I've done things that are very risky, very dangerous, because I can't control myself and my urges and my impulse. I want to do what I want to do regardless. But I feel like also at the same time I'm trapped prisoner to my own mind, where I can't control what I want to do, and that something else other than myself is controlling me and telling me what to do. So in a way I'm kind of a slave to my own mind and my own brain. It's not who I am, it's a part of me, but it's not who I am. That's how I look at it, because I don't accept that part of me, because society would never accept that. And it's hard for me to just stay with one woman. I mean, there's women I'm really attracted to, some I'm attracted to more than others. There's some that I've even gone far as where I've almost gone all the way with them, where I've like fallen in love, and even then I've still gone off to other women. One is not enough for me. If the one gave me the attention that I wanted, I would be okay. But I've not gotten that attention that I want. I need a lot of attention and a lot of affection and pampering. But at the same time also, do I need that or do I want that? Why am I a prisoner of my own mind? I want to be free. I want freedom. I don't want all this crap that I'm going through. I want to just be free of all of it. And I don't know how. And I don't know how to start. And don't tell me it's God that's going to set me free, because I don't believe that. I have to set myself free or find a way. An alternative, and drugs is not the answer either. I need to know though what it is. How can I be free of this? Of all my wants and needs. The moment I give it up, I know I'll be set free. I've been talking about the same stuff for the last decade or two. And eventually it's gone. I mean, the world's a different place compared to what it was. And I'm still doing the same crap I was doing 2 decades ago. I was a kid back then. Now I'm an old man. I'm still doing the same shit. And I'm sure there's kids out there watching that can relate to me, because when I was a kid, I was the same way too. When I was 15 and 16 years old, I couldn't control myself. I did the same things back then. When I was a virgin, I had a hunger in me that was insatiable. I didn't have no girlfriends in high school. I got made fun of. I got bullied. People did not know how to relate to me. I was a freak of nature. Nobody understood me. Even my own mother couldn't relate to me. Nobody could relate to me. I was looked at as a freak, and to this day, I can only find maybe one or two people who understand what I'm going through or what I've been through. And if I live to an older age, eventually, I hope that I'm not going to be, 60, 70, 80 years old and doing the same crap I've been doing for the last 2 decades. And I hope to God not. Because now I look at these younger women who are between 18 and 30, and I think of all the stuff I want from them and what I want to do. The fact of the matter is, I'm a lot older now. Can't be doing the same things that I was doing before. I'm still hungry. I still have a want and a need. But I want to be free of that need and that want. And how I do that, I don't know. Maybe you guys could tell me how. I want to hear what you guys have to say. That's all for now.